I want you all to take a moment and imagine a famous creative person that you admire, what great and magnificent things he or she must be doing each and every day. If you're conjuring up an image of a Leonardo da Vinci, a Mozart, or an Edison, frantically coming up with ideas after ideas, laboring very hard, congratulations! You might have a condition called Western bias. Now, the whole idea of creativity having to do with a high output or that it has anything to do with novelty at all is a Western concept that ancient Easterners do not endorse. So here's an image of a Western creativity test. It's called the Torrance test of creative thinking. Here you have circles, and in these circles you want to create as many pictures as possible. The more pictures you create and the more details you put into these pictures, the more points you get for creativity. Now, this interpretation of creativity is not wrong. However, it is a very Western interpretation of creativity. Western art priority Eastern influence is often filled with tons of details, tons of objects, tons of everything. So the height of this worship of the overwrought can be seen in the Rococo era, where more meant better. Rococo artists will certainly get high points on the Western creativity test. However, the modern world places a lot of emphasis on productivity, and it's due to this Western mindset. The more things that you do, the better. This has given us many great things such as science, technology, and brilliant pieces of art that are full of zest, passion, and intricate detail, but it also gave us the problem of excess. We live in a world that emphasizes productivity, high output, and efficiency over quality of life, and this is detrimental to our well-being. And it makes us feel exhausted and tired and saturated. Now, the ancient Eastern texts turned this view of creativity upside down. According to them, creativity is about paring down something and making it simple to reveal the essence of the artwork. For instance, there's even the art of liubai, or leaving portions of the drawing paper blank, because empty space is as important as the inkwork itself. This can be seen in Western art that is influenced by Eastern thinking. Take for example, Picasso's bull. Picasso drew a detailed image of a bull, and he pared it down to its essential lines, creating a fresh and vibrant image. According to Eastern Taoism, creativity is about becoming in tune with your own nature. If you work against your own nature, then nature will push back and do the things that you do. But if you work in tune with nature, then nature will give you all the energy you need to accomplish your goals and tasks. So, Eastern creativity is about reduction, not addition, as per the West. It gives you all your needs and desires by letting you know what is not needed or desired. Here is another example. So, Eastern creativity is focused on an internal subjective experience and not the external output. In calligraphy, in Chinese calligraphy, it shows this very well. It may not seem very creative at first, because the artist generally follows the strokes of the brush in a specific order. However, the creativity comes from the energy of each brushstroke, the meditative mind it takes to create these brushstrokes. So, ideologies from our cultures get imprinted into us. However, you have to see that though it gets imprinted into us, we have to see that Western creativity has caused us to value productivity more than the subjective experience, and we become stressed. So by presenting another perspective on creativity out there, what I want to show you is that what you think of as a given may actually just be Western. Therefore, you can stop stressing about keeping up with a limited cultural standard. And I'm not saying that Eastern ideas are better than Western ideas. However, it's good to have a balance between these energies so that we become more whole and more well-rounded and healthy as people. So, let me talk about something else here. So, Western cultures may emphasize individualism, and Eastern cultures may emphasize collectivism. However, the ancient Indian mystics did not see these two energies as exclusive of each other. They actually saw the individualism and collectivism as mutually enhancing energies. So, let me explain this. The ancient Indian mystics distinguish between the true self and the false self. The true self is who you are as a distinct thing. When you embrace who you are, when you become your characteristics, your traits and abilities, it's a very unique blend of things that you possess. When you become that, then you serve the collective in the best way as you possibly can. In order to do so, we must transcend the false self. The false self develops from the notion of an individualism that sees itself as separate from the collective. That is an illusion. And it also comes from a collectivism that suppresses our individuality, making us forget who we are. So I want you to think about your purpose in life and how you perceive it. Often it's believed that in order to live a meaningful life, you must have a purpose to justify your existence, to justify why you are alive. And it's kind of nerve-wracking, it's kind of scary. So I don't think it's the healthiest way to go about viewing your life purpose. It feels very pressured. So instead, I want you to think about in another way. Treat your purpose like a monk's mandala. So Tibetan monks, they make these really beautiful mandalas, and they're just incredible to look at. And when I see these mandalas, I'm like, this is absolutely wonderful. So treat it like a mandala, and what they do is they make this mandala out of a state of inner peacefulness and relaxation. They're so engaged in the creative process of creating this mandala. And then guess what? They even destroy the mandala and then they make a new one. So it shows that they're not that invested in the physical product of the mandala itself. So when you treat your life and you treat your life purpose as a creative process, when you lose yourself in life, like an artist loses herself in her painting, or these monks lose themselves in the creation of a mandala, that is when life is most fulfilling, and this is the healthier approach to living life and pursuing purpose. Thank you very much.